Well, Jason, I saw that there was some news recently that you keyed me in on having to do with Pokemon Go.
Yeah, Pokemon Go just got sold, or it happened weeks ago now, and we're very late to talking about it. In typical waiting for Nintendo's fashion, I
Yes.
have never played Pokemon Go, so this means nothing to me, and I throw it into the fire like the meme.
I
This is
have played
worthless.
Pokemon Go. I played at the peak of its existence, which was right when it came out, and I played a little bit later in like 2017 because I had some coworkers who played and I would walk with them for a little bit and we play and then I stopped.
Damn. I mean, pretty much everyone stopped, right?
It was
Who's still
not
playing
very. Some
this?
people still play. It was just not very interesting to me.
The idea of anything attached to Nintendo being sold off is just so weird because it never happens, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So like I'm guessing like Niantic didn't own 100% of the game obviously because they don't own Pokemon, they don't own,
yeah.
so whatever their stake in has now been bought out by a company called Scopely, which is apparently owned by the Saudi Arabian government, so I've
Yeah.
heard. Maybe that was just some dumb conspiracy thing I saw. I don't
You
know.
know
I'm
that
trying to
if
Google and look
it
for
no,
news.
I could see it because have you ever gotten an ad for Monopoly Go?
No.
Monopoly Go advertisements are all over the place, and that's another game, according to Kyle Bosman, that is owned by the Saudis.
Okay. I mean, that's what they're saying. So it's like the WWE, first them getting the Saudi influence.
Yeah. If
Golf, it
you
happened to golf.
if you could pick, would you choose for it to not go to the Saudis?
I mean, obviously yes, but like I don't
Should
really
we
care.
have Pokemon went to the polls and prevented this from happening?
That's tough. I mean, how would we have done that? I
With
don't think
our
I
by
don't think
voting.
anybody we voted for would have made a difference in this case. I don't think
Certainly not anyone
Pokemon's
I voted for.
Yeah, I don't think Pokemon's on any politician's mind that could have
We don't vote
changed
here at
this.
Waiting for Nintendo.
Sure.
Yeah, we don't vote. Maybe Jason does.
Maybe I might have. That's okay.
Yeah. Jason and Pokemon went to the polls. He said that he didn't want Pokemon Go to go
I,
to the Saudis, and
no, I voted for it to go to the Saudis.
you
I'm
did.
just a hypocrite. I'm just a hypocrite now.
Yeah,
I'm
no
like
one
trying
cares.
to read this while I'm talking about it because I didn't like research this at all. I just saw the headlines.
Yeah, for those wondering, this is us trying to conjure up a segment from nothing because basically we have like a repository of segments. I
It
looked
has
over here and
worked.
it's like, oh, what's next? Pokemon Go sold to Saudi Arabia. I was like, Jason,
In the
what's this? He said, I don't have anything to say about this. And I said, let's just do it. And here we are. That's
Sometimes this works. Sometimes those topics work out though. We're just like, what? We don't have anything. Let's talk about getting a girlfriend,
let's
and then it
talk
turns
about
out pretty
getting a
good.
girlfriend for Switch 2.
Will Pokemon Go get you a girlfriend? This one actually got you to touch grass, right? In order to play this game, you had
That's
to.
true. Pokemon Go got people in shape.
Got him in shape? I don't believe that.
People got in shape. Do you remember when Pokemon Go first came out and you had those people that would they'd have like 40 phones attached to magnets on a bike and they'd be going around doing Pokemon Go for you?
I definitely don't. Never saw that. No.
It was madness when this game came out
You saw that in person or you saw that online?
online.
Okay. I was gonna say that would be
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Did not see it in person. In person though, like I remember walking around at like 2:30 in the morning with a friend playing Pokemon Go and there's other people and you can see them walking around playing Pokemon Go and some guy rides past us and he slows down and he rolls his window down and he says, "Are you guys playing Pokemon Go?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Hell yeah, me too."
Oh yeah, baby.
Holds his phone up. I saw an old
Okay.
man outside of Publix with one foot out of his like Jeep
Oh
Grand
man.
Cherokee that was ancient and beat up. He's got like a hat on. He's got like a denim jacket, or probably like a canvas jacket. I think he was wearing blue jeans, just like trying to catch a Pokemon. This
Like
man,
a sleeper agent, you have activated something in my brain, and we are hijacking this segment, and it's going to be about something completely different from now on.
Okay, what is it?
I'm switching Publixes.
Ooh.
Let it be known from this day forward, I am no longer going to go to the Publix in Leesburg, Florida. It's gone. It's out of my life. They have
What
fucked
happened?
up my sub one too many times. It's never ready on time, first off. I order online, and it's always a half hour in the future. It's like, come by in half an hour to pick up your sub. So I was doing that, and it was never ready on time. And I'm waiting there for 10, sometimes 20, sometimes 30 fucking minutes past the time. It's always way too busy. Like, I thought I dodged peak hours because it was a Monday. It was a Monday
Yeah.
at like 2:30 p.m. Which
I'm
is
just
should not
imagining
be-
you standing there like in your 3DO video tapping your watch.
Yes, that's what it's like. That's what it's like. It is okay. So just like, you know, I've been around pretty much every corner of Florida. I've been to many different Publixes. Back in my plumbing days, I went to Publix almost every single day, and I
Yeah.
would get food for the day there. And I
Chicken
went
tender
to
sub.
I get that. I get like an ultimate sub. I get different subs. You know, sometimes roast beef. I'll mix it up. Turkey.
They've got good meat.
They do. I love getting subs here. I love the sushi on Wednesdays. I like going to Publix. I buy like a grapefruit and I'll eat that. The one in my town has to be in the bottom 5% of Publixes I've ever been in.
Oh.
It's not nice. It's one of the rundown ones. It's one of the ones that is always busy no matter what hour you're in there. It fucking sucks. And
Shopping
I've
is
had it.
supposed to be a pleasure.
I have had it. I don't care if I can get there in 2 minutes. I am going to drive down the road to the one that is like 6 miles away. I'm going to go to that one. I'm going to start going to that one in hopes that it's better. I'm pretty
respect
sure
that.
it is. I'm pretty sure it is because that's a nicer neighborhood. It's not as like... That one's definitely not going to be as run down. I feel like it's not going to be as busy. It might be. But
Yeah.
I've been to so many Publixes, and the one that I go to, I swear, is worse than like 19 out of 20 of them. So I feel like the other one just has to be an improvement. It has to be better. I didn't even tell you. I didn't even fucking tell you about the time that I showed up. The time that I ordered my sub, and and I'm waiting for like 20 minutes past the ready time. And then I go up, because normally there's a line, so I don't get a chance to interrogate them in person, because it's always busy and there's always fucking people in line. And to that I sympathize as an ex-Subway manager. Sometimes it's hard to get to the remote orders when you know, there's always a line of people. Luckily, I pretty much missed out on remote orders. Those were just beginning a thing, like when I left. So those didn't exist for most of my Subway tenure, and when we got one, it was rare. It was like a couple a week. But nowadays, I imagine it's probably like half their business is people ordering on the app. But
Maybe even more.
anyway, like, I sympathize with that. It's not always easy to get to the one with the guy who's not in front of you when there's just a constant line of people in front of you. But whatever. So I'm there, and this is later in the evening. They close down the sub shop at like 8 or something, and I'm there around then. And they start packing away the ingredients, and I'm like, wait a second. Hold on, time out, guys. I ordered a sub. Like, there's the receipt. I see it. Like, why are you not making my sub? And they're like, oh, we're out of bread. Which, okay. Rare exceeding circumstances that does happen, because you need to bake the bread pretty far in advance, and sometimes you don't always know how much business you're going to get. Like, if one person fucks up their shift, it can throw off the bread for the whole day. I've been there. I've had to make emergency bread. I've had to call other Subways to fucking import bread from them. Like, it shouldn't happen, but it does sometimes. And I'm like, okay, well, when were you going to tell me, one? Like, I mean, you've fucking handed me my sub a million times. You know who I am. I'm here like every week. And two, I just went and I just found bread, like a long like baguette, and just handed it to him. I'm like, make it on this. I'll pay for the bread. Just fucking make my sub on this. And they did, to their credit. But, like, my fucking lord, they fucking suck. I hate them. I hate my Publix. I hate it. It's okay. Yeah, I'm switching. No,
Yeah,
no
what
more.
you've done, I've done with the Chick-fil-A by me.
Okay.
I didn't think
Well,
that they could be bad until I
yeah.
saw this one.
Well, on Monday, what set me over the edge was just me waiting. It was a half hour late, and I'm just like, you know what? Why do I let this happen? Like, why am I allowing this to happen? I could just go to I could have been to the other one that's further away and back and already home in the time just in the time I've been waiting for this. And I would rather just drive and have a better experience to the other one anyway. So there's two of them, like equidistance. I have choices now. I can go to the one south of town or the one north of town. I didn't even think about the one south of town. I can go to that one too.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Okay. So that was allegedly. Were we still on Pokemon Go?
Yeah. That was our
Pokemon Go
take
to
on
a different
Pokemon Go,
Publix.
Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
Publix, Chick-fil-A, and the like.
Okay. All right. Rant over.